Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Oh man. How's it going everyone? And welcome to what is not really my final video, but also technically, because I've been sitting here probably at least 1 year thinking about quitting YouTube. I don't feel too bad about it, and neither should you. I mean, whether or not you do, I don't know. But the whole point of me creating this YouTube channel was so that I could make memories that I myself could go back to in the future and just look back on and say, hey, I did that and I remembered that game. That was fun. And the bonus was just people watching the stuff. And, like, sure, it didn't, technically go very far, including that, it's just so hard to go anywhere now if you're a new channel, and, like, sure, that might be part of this, sort of, I guess. The real reason I quit is because I feel like I've done what I want to do with my YouTube channel. And it is not because, oh, my YouTube channel's not going anywhere, or, I'm not getting famous on YouTube, and I'm getting tired of it. No. The main reason I'm quitting is because I feel like I did what I wanted to do when I started this channel. I've uploaded over 1,000 videos, and I feel happy with it. And at this point, I feel done. I feel like I don't really want to do anymore. So, this is basically me just telling you goodbye. Like, it's been a journey, of course. Like, it's been fun to do, of course. I've enjoyed every moment of it. And I don't feel sad leaving this YouTube channel as it is. Don't get me wrong, though. I still watch YouTube videos myself. So, if you comment on any of my older videos, I'll still be here, and I'll still be responding. I watch YouTube videos myself, so I'll still be alive, and I'll still be here replying to you if you've got anything to say. A game in the future, probably distant future, like at least a good few years from now, there is a game that I've promised to play, that I promised the devs to play, and I will be playing that probably a good few years into the future, like I said, and yeah, since I promised the devs I would play it, I will be playing that, but that is going to be the last like series that I'm ever going to make. So, my YouTube channel ends now, and then one time I will come back to make a playthrough of said game in the future, but after that, I am done with this channel entirely. Don't feel bad, it has nothing to do with anyone, or what anyone's, like, whatever, saying, or whatever, or anything going on. It's just me feeling like I'm done. I've stated that already, but I feel like I need to say it again. I may stream as well. That has been something people have been asking me, specifically friends of mine, asking me if I'm ever thinking of streaming or going over to streaming, and like, if I do, I may do it every now and then, but I don't know if that's going to be something I'm going to consistently do. It likely won't be. It isn't something that I'm gonna put my heart and soul into, so that might be something I do every now and then. Maybe I'll do it once that week, and then maybe a month later I'll play again. There's no guarantee. Link in the description to my Twitch if you're interested, but I will not be doing it consistently, if I do it at all. But that's pretty much everything said and done, so just to clarify, again, there's no other reason that I'm quitting YouTube, other than the sake that I just feel like it's time. I've been doing this for probably 8 years, I think. Close to 8 years now, if not over. It all started in 3rd of July, 2012. So, the original reason, I guess I can talk a little bit more. I don't want to just dump this all on you and be like, oh, I'm quitting, done, bye. So, right now I'm playing Killing Floor 2 in the background, as I usually do with these update videos, and I'm just not using my camera right now because I don't have it on my computer, or I've formatted my computer. I've kind of taken all these things away. I've kind of removed the camera and everything. I've pretty much prepared to say goodbye for it until that one fateful day. But as you can see, this is old footage of me from or since July 2012, 3rd of July 2012. Me playing Amnesia with Bandicam. I started originally because I saw PewDiePie. At the time, he was kind of starting to grow there, and I don't know. When I was like 14, I don't remember how old I would be. 8 years, or well, 8 years ago I'm 23 now, so I'm 15. I was 14 back then. Yeah, I remember. And then my original name was Burning Nightmare 13. Kind of going over everything just to kind of make this feel more final. Because I don't want to just dump all this info on you and say goodbye and bam, done. So, kind of going over some history. And there's been so many more moments. I figured I would go over how long ago it's been and what inspired me to do so. And PewDiePie was one of the main reasons I started doing YouTube. Now, you can say like, oh, it's PewDiePie, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, back then, times were different. I was an entirely different person. I'm 23 right now. And I was 14 when I started. That's 9 years. Shit. I don't know. My original name was Burning Nightmare. I changed it to Nightmare Gaming after a while. And then it became... we found... a community called LOIG, League of YouTube Gamers. Way back in the day, that's where I met Max. And there's, you know, I met Zombie, I met Disengaged Soul, I met Hatterific, I met Regina Sirens. Regina Sirens is still alive to this day, of course. The rest have sort of stopped YouTube. That was a long time ago. And they moved on to other things, of course, which is great. Regina Sirens is back. She's been gone for a while. Link there. Link down in the description is there. If you're interested to her channel as well. Just figured I would kind of go over everything. And Max, and then I met Phoenix through there, and then there was... Christ, there's a lot that happened. Loig went away. It disappeared into thin air. It was around, and I made or I asked for a name that I could use, because I felt like Burning Nightmare 13 or Nightmare Gaming was super generic and super edgelord, or super emo, or whatever you want to call it. But I came up with some suggestions myself. I threw in a suggestion, or what other people would like me to have, and I came up with Scream Screen. Because at the time I was doing a lot of horror games, and I was doing a lot of jump-scary horror games, or just horror games in general, and I was like, but I scream a lot in these games, and then, I'm playing with a screen in front of me, so that's literally all the story behind it, and I was like, Scream Screen. I did that. And everyone seemed to vote for Scream Screen, which is the suggestion I came up with, and others came up with a name as well. Others threw suggestions in there, and Max was one of the people that I ended up talking a lot to. And eventually we started playing a bit more games to each other, or with each other. Then we started like a weekly game trade, which was actually kind of fun. It just stopped pretty early. It was something interesting that we kind of decided to do together. We sort of ended it kind of quickly because it became a little too stressful to have to do one every single week when we have other things to do as well. We met and we did like a few co-op videos of like Unturned, Don't Starve together, other games, I don't know. We traded games, and we played those games a few times, and it was Guns of Icarus, and then eventually, in recent years, we became such good friends over those little things, and we kept in touch, and then Loig kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, and people kind of disbanded and stopped talking to each other, but me and Max stuck with each other and kept in touch, and then we started playing Hunt, and then 2 years passed, and where we just got sucked into Hunt, and our friendship solidified playing that game. And now that time is passing with the videos. I uploaded a bunch of full-blown matches and 100 highlights of that game, which is my longest running series and probably my most viewed, if you're not gonna count the one super super watched video with like 166,000 views at this point, which I'm showing you on screen, and it just, one day it just blew up. That was a long time ago, like 4 years ago. I think I uploaded it, and after a few days it got like 100, and then it eventually blew up with 1,000, and then it started going up to 5,000 over one day, and then it just started skyrocketing over the next few days. But it sort of stopped, but it's getting a consistent view rate, even to this day. It was probably because it was Gary's mod and it was huge back then. And we were playing, me and Disengaged Soul were playing on that. And boy oh boy, I'm not the same as I was then. But, back then, we were playing a map that seemingly nobody knew about. And people were looking for it. And then I've been just playing after Hunt. It's just been playing a few things. Subnautica happened, and then I, you know, through Hunt I met Phoenix, and it's pretty much stopped there. Like, that's pretty much where we're at now. And really, I'm just kind of ending it now because I feel like I've done, like I said, what I want to do with this channel. And adding on top of that, it's not really going anywhere, and I don't really mind. Whether it goes anywhere or not, that's not the point. I would still end it at a certain point, because at this point, I feel like editing and such is getting tedious, if I could say it that way. I still enjoy doing it, but the problem is that there's so many other things that I also want to do, and I feel like I've done so much YouTube stuff throughout the years that I feel like I never really got time to do a lot of those other things. So I figured I was gonna be saying farewell to that now and moving on and getting the ability to do other things. So it is what it is, and I don't feel sad about it, and neither should you, again. But that's why I'm gonna end it here. I feel like there's not much else to mention, but all I can say is that thank you very much for being here, and thank you so much for supporting the channel for however long it went, and however long you've been here, no matter what. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the future. That one time. Goodbye.